नीलातुङ्गस्तनगिरितटी सुप्तमुद्बोध्य कृष्णं पारार्थ्यं स्वं श्रुतिशतशिरःसिद्धमध्यापयन्ती स्वोच्छिष्टायां स्रजनिगलितं या बलात्कृत्य भुङ्क्ते गोदा तस्यै नम इदमिदं भूय एवास्तु भूयः. We are gathered here in this month of Margazhi to study and learn the meaning of Tiruppavai. Tiruppavai is a Divya Prabandham that has been sung by Andal. Andal is one of the 12 Alvars whom Sriman Narayana gave birth to translate the Sanskrit Vedas into Tamil. The Vedas are eternal. Similarly, the Tamil Vedas are also eternal. However, they need to be preached to us by some elite souls. Therefore, Bhagavan Sriman Narayana gave birth to 12 Alvars. Poihayar, Pudattar, Peyar, Puhal Marishay Ayyan, Arul Maran Sheralarhon, Tuya Bhattanathan, Anbarthal Thuli, Narpanan Narkaliyan, Idivarthotta Tadaivam Ingu is a Pashuram which summarizes the order in which the Alvars were born. Other than the 10 Alvars counted in this Pashuram, there are two more called Madhurakavi Alvar and Andal. Now these two Alvars are counted separately because they were born to give us a different message. The first 10 Alvars talk about the greatness of Bhagavan Lord Sriman Narayana. Madhurakavi Alvar and Andal took birth to tell us the greatness of Bhagavatas, that is, the devotees of Bhagavan. When we say Vishnu, it is Lord Sriman Narayana. So we should be devoted to Lord Vishnu. This is the first phase. The next phase is we should be devoted to Vaishnavas. A Vaishnava is one who is devoted to Lord Vishnu himself. So we must not be the devotee of Vishnu alone. We must be the devotee of Sri Vaishnavas also. This is the message that Madhurakavi Alvar and Andal were born to communicate to us. Of those two, Andal is more prominent because of two things. One, she was born as a girl. All the other Alvars were men. Only Andal was born as a girl. Suppose there are several brothers and all of them have a lot of wealth, but only one of them have a daughter. None of the others have any children. What will happen to the wealth of all the other brothers? This girl will inherit the wealth of all her fathers and uncles. Therefore, similarly, Andal was the only daughter of all the other Alvars. They did not have any progeny. So, all the wealth that Poihai Alvar, Pudatta Alvar, Namma Alvar, Tirumizhi Alvar, Tirumangai Alvar had, all that was inherited by Alvar. This wealth is nothing but Jnanam, Bhakti and Vairagyam. Jnanam means knowledge about Sriman Narayana, knowledge about who we are and what our purpose in this world is. Similarly, Bhakti is devotion, blind and utter devotion to Lord Sriman Narayana. That is Bhakti. Vairagyam means indifference towards worldly pleasures. We must not be interested in worldly pleasures. We must stay away from them and consider Bhagavan as our only pleasure. Why is this? There are so many things enjoyable in this world. Why should we turn our faces away from them? That is because all these are temporary. Whatever pleasure you enjoy in this world will only be temporary. You can eat something sweet. You can eat something salty or tasty. Or you can take some chandan and apply it on your body. Or you can go paragliding or do some adventurous activities. Whatever you do, the pleasure or the adrenaline that you get from that is going to be temporary. Only in Brahma Anubhava, enjoyment of Bhagavan or Lord Sriman Narayana is the pleasure permanent. Therefore, Andal got Jnanam, Bhakti and Vairagyam from all the other Alvars. So she is the central place for all the other wealth. Therefore, she is greater than all the other Alvars. Similarly, she was so devoted to Lord Krishna at a very young age. The other Alvars, Poihi Alvar or Tirumangai Alvar, took a long time to mend their ways, change their ways and become devotees of Bhagavan. Andal, however, sang Tiruppavai when she was 5 years old. She was a little girl of 5 years. So, Pinjai Paduttalai Andalai, says Swamy Manavala Mamunigal. So, she is like a Tulasi plant. If you look at all other plants, the plant must first sprout, then it must grow well. It will form leaves, then it will form flowers. Only then can you smell the fragrance of that plant. But a Tulasi, with the minute it is created, the minute it sprouts, starts spreading its fragrance everywhere. Similarly, Andal is like a Tulasi plant. The minute she was born, she started developing Krishna Bhakti. So, by these parameters, we can see that Andal is one amongst the Alvars. However, she is much greater than all the other Alvars. There is also one more thing that we must know. All the other Alvars were people like us. They were Jivatmas who were bonded in this samsara, and they prayed to Lord Sriman Narayana, sang Pasurams and then were liberated from this world. Andal was not like that. Andal is an avatara of Bhumi Piratiya. Sriman Narayana has 3 consorts, Sridevi, Bhudevi and Neela Devi. Bhudevi was born as Andal. So, she was already in Sri Vaikuntham. She gave that up and took birth in this samsara to help us, to preach to us the greatness of devotion to Krishna and devotion to Sri Vaishnavas. So, this month of Margazhi has been kept aside for ages and ages for the study of Tiruppavai. This month of Margazhi is very great because it gives a heightened Sattva Guna for all of us. Sattva Guna is one quality that gives us clarity, mental clarity and acuity. So, in this time, when you get up at 4:30 or 5 a.m. and do some good activities, sattvic activities, the energy that you gain, the devotion that you gain is much more. So, in this Margazhi month, we are all gathered to study Tiruppavai, the Pasurams of the only girl Alvar, Andal. So, today was just an introduction in this video, and from the next video onwards, we will see short descriptions as the gist of Tiruppavai. One video per day in 5 to 6 minutes. I will tell you the gist of Tiruppavai so that we can understand what Andal is trying to communicate to us. She says, Muppadum tappame ingi parishuraipar. So, we must not let even one Pasuram fall out of our hands. We must learn all 30 Pasurams. We must know the basic meaning of all 30 Pasurams, and so I ask you to continue attending this series and learn the gist of Tiruppavai with me in this Margazhi month in Sharvari year. Namaskara.